Sankarshan, in between, in the last 2 minutes, we got the news that Dinesh Trivedi, Mamata Banerjee has written to the Prime Minister that Dinesh Trivedi has to be sacked. Will he be sacked? Can the Prime Minister resist Mamata Banerjee now? Sankarshan, can you hear me? Okay, let's get Vinod Mehta in. Vinod Mehta, do you think the Prime Minister has any alternative now?
No, sorry, what is the breaking news?
The breaking news is that in the last 2 minutes, Mamata Banerjee has sent a faxed letter to the Prime Minister saying, remove Dinesh Trivedi. And as a backup, she has asked for Mukul Roy to be made the Railway Minister. Does the Prime Minister of India have any option but to agree to what Mamata Banerjee is dictating him to do?
I don't think he has any option. He has no option at all. Because Mr. Dinesh Trivedi was sent to the cabinet by the TMC. The TMC has now said that we withdraw him, and so the Prime Minister doesn't have. But Arnab, this sort of confirms what I was saying earlier, that if she has sacked him like this publicly and humiliated him, that means that cook-up story between Mamata and Dinesh Trivedi holds less water now. Because if in that theory, she would find ways to look the other way and get over this, do this drama, but not sack him like this. So the other theory, which I had suggested, needs to be looked at again, because the sacking suggests that he actually did not tell Mamata what he was going to do in the railway budget. Or at least he told her very inadequately, and she is genuinely surprised at why he has done this. So otherwise she wouldn't have sent him a fax, because I don't think Mr. Trivedi has even met Mamata since the budget. Mr. Trivedi has been very busy doing television interviews. So he was supposed to go tonight. He would have landed probably late at night. So even before he has arrived in Calcutta, she has sacked him. So what does all this mean? How do you square all this up? I'm confused, but I'm just throwing up lots of questions.
Sudhindra Kulkarni, does the Prime Minister of India have any choice tonight but to sack the Railway Minister within 12 hours of his presenting a railway budget? And in your view, what impact will that have on the Prime Minister's office, on the Prime Minister and on the government itself?
You know, what has come out of this is the complete collapse of coalition dharma in the UPA government. The Prime Minister has proved himself to be completely incapable of having any constructive communication relationship with his own allies. All that he needed to do was that on certain crucial questions of policy, the government survives because of the support lent by Mamata Banerjee's party. But I know for a fact that there is absolutely no dialogue between the Prime Minister, the Congress leadership and Mamata Banerjee on what needs to be done to revive the health of the Indian Railways. You know, I have worked in the Railway Ministry with Mamata Banerjee. I know something about the finance. You know, before we talk about the politics of this railway budget, we should get some facts straight on the finances of Indian Railways. You know, all this talk that raising passenger fare is what's going to really bring the railways out of ICU is complete rubbish. You know, only last month, the Sam Pitroda Committee on the modernization of Indian Railways said that Indian Railways need 5,60,000 crore rupees over the next 5 years for modernization alone. Last month, Anil Kakodkar Committee report said that railways need 1 lakh crore for immediate safety measures. You know that 25% of railway bridges are more than 100 years old. What will passenger fare hike get the railways? Railways earn 30,000 crore rupees from passenger fare each year. A 10% hike would get them only 3,000 crore, which is peanuts. The Congress party, the Prime Minister's office, the Planning Commission, it is ideological arrogance on their part to say that only fare hike would revive the health of Indian Railways. The Prime Minister has completely failed in supporting a very major infrastructure sector like railways. All over the world, it is government support
No, what
that
are you suggesting?
really brings about modernization and expansion of the
Sudhindra
railways.
Kulkarni.
Here, the government is giving nothing to railways.
No, Sudhindra Kulkarni, you are suggesting here tonight on the news that this is all drama. The 5,000 crores, 3,000 crores that will be gained from the fare hike is absolutely useless. It will not make any difference to the finances of the railway ministry. Are you then suggesting that the government of India is using Dinesh Trivedi as a pawn? Because the government of India is very much for the proposal to raise fare hikes. As you said, even the Sampit. Are you saying the Congress party is using Dinesh Trivedi as a pawn in its fight with Mamta? Why would the Congress party do that and therefore commit some form of political suicide?
See, if, this is, it is suicidal for the UPA government, but that is how the UPA government has been functioning. My point is this: railways are absolutely crucial for the economic growth of India. It is a lifeline of India. All over the world, it is the government support that really brings about expansion of railways. In China, they have spent $300 billion over the last 5 years, and today China is world leader in railways. What is the government of India giving Indian Railways? Indian Railways cannot internally raise resources either through fare hike or freight rates. Already the freight rates of Indian Railways are dangerously high, as a result of which traffic is moving from railways to road sector, which is not in the
10 years
country's
there is
interest.
no hike. 10 years.
It was the responsibility of
For
the Prime
10
Minister.
years. For 10 years there is...
The UPA government to support, which the government has failed completely.
No, you average it out as over a 10-year period, and if you have an average hike of 15%, 12%, then your average annual hike is 1.2 or 1.5% averaged over 10 years. That's not a very large number. 1 minute. No. Lord Meghnad Desai has already raised this. That Lord Desai, do you agree with what Sudhindra Kulkarni is saying, that this fare hike is not required? Absolutely not required, says Sudhindra Kulkarni.
No, I think, it is a great fallacy among Indian politicians that somehow everything government provides ought to be free or always being cut down in prices because only the poor take railways and so on. Even if the fare hike is not going to pay for the capital expenditure, it is still a good corrective after 10 years of no price hike. I think they should actually index fares. So each year they go up bit by bit. They don't have to go
But this kind of hike.
And of course there's going to be capital expenditure.
No, but this kind of hike.
To do capital expenditure, two things are required. First of all, we ought to stop making the railway ministry a political gift, so that minister after minister has only looked after their own state or their own little town, and they have not actually had a strategy for the whole country. And secondly, I would actually say the freight trade should be privatized.
No, 1 sec. Let's not get...
It will be much better run by corporates than run by government.
No, tonight the government is in a political dilemma. A question is, Vinod Mehta, look at the situation. The Prime Minister is in a huge dilemma. Probably what you say is right. The Prime Minister will accept it. Jayanta Ghoshal, will the Prime Minister accept Mukul Roy? Because I heard yesterday that the government of India got the Samajwadi Party support in writing.
I think Prime Minister has to accept.
No, but Samajwadi Party may come and support the government. Then Mamta Banerjee will have...
I'm telling you on the one thing, that we are not discussing that already this railway budget is the property of Parliament, and Dinesh Trivedi already tabled it. So it's a government. They have to take a decision on rollback. Tomorrow the amendments on the President's speech in the Lok Sabha Secretariat, they have rejected the TMC's amendment. I don't know what is the reason behind it. And so TMC is not now the amendments are not there in Lok Sabha. So I think government is also keen to negotiate now, because the rollback, if Mamta changes also, if tomorrow Mukul Roy is the railway minister, they have to pass the budget, and TMC, if they can bring the cut motion against his own minister. So government has to take a decision before changing the minister. Whether the partial rollback, what you are saying, I don't know exactly whether it will be partial rollback or full rollback, but I think there is already track 2 has started, and Pranab Mukherjee is the person who is now taking care, because you know the government is also keen to resolve this issue.
No, is the economy of this country going to be held hostage to regional politics? No, one second. Jayanto, is the economy of this country going to be hostage to regional politics? Will Mamata Banerjee determine how the economy of this country runs?
I agree.
What
Absolutely.
happens to reforms? I mean, what kind of... what's it? Deepa Das Munshi.
I absolutely agree with this.
Deepa Das Munshi,
Arnab, it's
is it
not
time?
only TMC.
No.
DMK is also doing it. AIDM. This is the trend of Indian polity.
I want to share with you right now that exactly 3 minutes back, Vinod Mehta, you'll find this interesting. Exactly 3 minutes back, I got a message from our reporter that the DMK is saying that if the government of India does not support the resolution against the Sri Lankan government tomorrow, it will be seen as a betrayal of the Tamils. So here's the situation, Vinod Mehta, for the government. DMK is pushing you. Trinamool Congress has pushed you. Your minister is being changed. Your ally is fighting against ally. Omar Abdullah is calling Mamata Banerjee names. You know, what is happening in the government, Mr. Mehta? A complete political chaos.
Absolute chaos, but don't be surprised if the government survives. I mean, in this chaos, the government survives, because all these people who are making, DMK doesn't want a general election. There are a lot of people, except for Mamata Banerjee, nobody else in this country wants an election, general election.
No,
so
but
what I'm saying to you,
how will the Prime Minister...
They will muddle through, and I think they may be. I mean, it is possible that the government may fall. That's a different matter. But I think if the government is taking on Mamata Banerjee the way it has, then your earlier point that they have stitched up some kind of support with someone else, like they did in the nuclear deal.
But they're not taking on Mamata Banerjee. But they're not taking on Mamata Banerjee.
No, already Mamata Banerjee is now seen as somebody who's in the opposition. So I think they have got somebody
Vinod Mehta,
with more seats than probably Mamata,
Mehta,
who has said that they will...
Mr. Mehta, the Prime Minister...
Who says that they will support...
The Prime Minister of India, 9 hours back, has put out a tweet. The Prime Minister's office. He has said, he has complimented the budget which has been passed. Now, with this situation, Meghnad Desai is, you compliment the budget in the morning and you sack the minister in the evening.
It's a very good railway budget. I mean, you have to be crazy after 10 years to say that no prices will be increased in the passenger fares. I mean, this is and if you want some budgetary support for modernizing the railways, for making them safer, the government can give budgetary support, but internal resources have also to be raised. You can't get the government to hold your hand and say, don't raise fares and take all the money from us. It doesn't make any sense.